Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, Samit. Yeah,
Hi. So let's start.
yeah.
So starting, like, I want to just ask the first question that came to my mind. So when I saw the trailer and everything, I was like, yeah, when we first think of Rajshri, we think of family, tradition, value, weddings, like long weddings,
Yeah.
togetherness and stuff. But when I saw the trailer, I thought, yes, ये सब चीज है उसमें. But there is a twist, a modern twist. So what made you decide कि ये modern twist चाहिए अभी to make this a OTT debut, हमारा first OTT debut है. तो ये कैसे आया ये mind में
So
to
basically,
you?
जो समृद्धि के जो इसमें I have to speak in English or समृद्धि हिंदी? What do
दोनों
I speak in? दोनों अच्छा okay. So
दोनों
basically,
चलेगा.
जहाँ पे ये जो it the credit goes to my writer Manasvi and our director Palash Vaswani. कि जब when this subject came across, the best part of this subject I felt was uh, that there's a different youth appeal to it. I mean,
हम्म.
I find today with my own, I've grown up children with their friends, I interact, and I find that you everyone is traveling, going bigger cities, everyone is out, everyone has to go out and do, and I find there are so many things parents don't know about the kids. And there are so many things the
Yeah,
kids are not telling the parents, not because we are doing something wrong, they will not understand our point of view, which is a fact. So
yeah,
the main core essence is for us parents, if you have given them the roots, na, then don't then allow them freedom. Everyone makes mistakes. You know, we all have made mistakes, but then we tend to protect too many things to our children. For example, like in this show, a boy wants to take Mishtan Bhandar of his father of Ratlam to Bombay, and he wants to take it to Dubai, the franchise. He keeps telling his ताऊजी ये आइडिया वो आइडिया करेंगे तो ताऊजी से यार तू अपने पापा का सर खा मेरा मत खा ये अच्छा मेरे को बॉम्बे तो भेजो एमबीए के लिए नाउ हिज मदर हैज सेंट हिम देन मदर हैज बुक्ड अ फ्लैट एंड सेंट अ रसोइया दैट ही मस्ट हैव 3 vegetables every day and told him एकादशी का व्रत कर गो टू हनुमान मंदिर एट 6 नाउ इन बॉम्बे उसका खुद का ठिकाना नहीं है हाउ ही विल गो एवरी सैटरडे बिफोर 6 p.m. टू हनुमान मंदिर सो ही मिसेस इट देन ही फील्स गिल्टी ही इज नॉट डूइंग a girl is told microbiology करना है go to Bombay mother is very worried like all mothers mother से 6 बजे के बाद ऑटो में नहीं बैठना first day she comes she has to sit in auto post 6 now she lies to her mother because mother will not sleep so these are the things when I heard about this subject I said this is so beautiful and that's why credit to our director Palash Vaswani and to Sony Live as a platform who wanted a pure Rashtriya show to be told with a younger voice. So that is how this whole thing came across. So I'm so happy when you're finding something so fresh in a typical Rashtriya bouquet.
yeah, yeah. So like the series like kind of like takes the modern aspiration, traditional values, and so how did the balancing of the storytelling happen with this show?
Actually, ma'am, it's purely uh, the credit goes to Sony Liv, who honestly wanted to break grounds because we were told right from beginning that no the OTT space belongs to your age to purely urban fast paced thriller action so and we were told often that our families essentially don't belong here family shows belong basically to big cinema to television where we all do a lot of things but here we are not ready for it but one day I get a call from Sony Live asking us, no, we want a Rashtriya show for this platform. We want the Hum Saath Saath Hai Viva audience to also come here. We want to take our audiences away from the individual rooms to come to a communal space. And
Hmm.
post pandemic, I found a lot of people asking me that we are not too comfortable with the language that comes in the shows with the subtitle, especially my
Yes.
generation, a generation beyond me or on five stick. So, on the whole, that has been the main drive to create something where we can show balance and to create a new genre which will open so many stories to be told.
So like in the relatability sense. So right now there are there is a switch in the relationship section. Like our generation, right now my generation are like in a mixture ki trust kare, nahi kare, what to do,
Yes,
those
yes.
kind of things, all the thing.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to get married, nobody wants
yeah,
to do this and stuff like that. And whenever I see like even if they watch some Asian show or anything relating to shows as well, like since there is a lot of Asian show का development right now happening,
yeah,
so then people are like कि अगर इसमें happy ending है तो ही हम देखेंगे ये show वाला thing.
yeah,
So how do you create that ये relatability format for these generation right now? क्योंकि इन लोगों को तो relationship है ही नहीं, तो वो trust कैसे आएगा वाला thing?
या तो
How
मैम
does this happen with
आप
this
मुझे
show?
बताओ कोरियन शोज क्यों मेरी बेटी देख रही है इतना? अब कोरियन शोज आर सो पॉपुलर. Why when you are not believing in relationship, why so many Korean shows? Because somewhere the Prince Charming is inside us. We want the purity.
Yeah,
In fact, this is missing in our whole base. That's where we are bringing a Bada Naam Karenge, which is pure love story. Essentially, ma'am, whether your age group, my age group, all we want to be accepted, want to be loved, want to be cared for, want to be wanted. We all want the same
yeah,
thing. So, ma'am, basically, our want is the same. It is because we are seeing so much around us, we are not ready to trust. We are not ready, which is a fact. But how to break this ice? And the way to break this ice is through therapy and film and television and our therapies in itself. A good film, a good show, like you'll be surprised when a love story was made in 1970s in USA, it started pregnancies. That is the impact cinema has. And
yeah,
coming to your next question, ma'am, Bharat is very different from Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta.
yeah, yeah,
Bharat
yeah.
is Bharat, yet a father will force a daughter to get married. In Bharat, yet a father will pressurize ever since a boy is 21 कि अब इसकी शादी होगी. In Bharat,
Yeah,
yet you are not
मतलब
able to
मैं
say,
ये नहीं बोल रही like the thing is that कि it's not just पूरा भारत or like
"Ah,
excluding Mumbai and
yeah,
thing, but
yeah,
also like today's generation is more like कि कमाना है, कैसे कमाएंगे, ट्रस्ट
yeah,
नहीं है
yeah,
किसी के ऊपर,
yeah,
ये सब नहीं है, ये सब तो एलिमेंट्स है ही नहीं ना.
yeah." So ma'am, यही चीज we are tackling in this subject. Absolutely, this is what we are tackling. How I'm to convince this to my parents. And what we are trying to say in these shows is the elders need to listen to the youngsters. This is what we are trying to say. As elders now, we don't listen, we only give gyan. So we have to take time to listen. Like I'll tell you my own story. If my mother used to tell me, Suraj, you have to start packing next month, we have to go for Shadi. I have to go. My daughter asked me why I have to go. You go. So I have to say, see, if you don't go, they will not come for your wedding. He said, okay, then I will go. I have to logically explain. So this is what we are telling in this show. Precisely this. Elders are learning to listen, and youngsters should be open to tell and discuss what they want without fear. So this is what we are trying to say.
Okay. So, what motivated, like basically Rajdi and like what motivated you to move to OTT space with the show?
Actually, it's just that, ma'am, there are so many stories that we can't say in 2.5 hours. It's just not able to finish. In films, you can't go more than 2.5, quarter to three. And we do TV shows, but some stories require 6 months. But what about those stories which are in between? So here we are getting a platform to be to tell in 9 episodes, 10 episodes, a story which with much more layers. And not to forget, ma'am, we are getting an opportunity through Sony LIV to enter every house in the whole world with so many languages into every house of every Indian. Where do you get this opportunity? So I think that's the biggest place to be in. It's just that we need to have a good show, and which so
Yeah.
it's only a want to tell stories, which is actually compelling us to. enter here wherever you get an opportunity, because today big cinema has lost its loyalty. Every
Yeah.
house is now a cinema in itself.
Yeah. 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 Like, so right now there is like one shift that's going on with OTT, or OTT in the sense that OTT mein there is only either very thrilling shows happening, or
Yeah,
like like kind of like black thing or black comedies kind of things.
yeah,
Horror is not horror is ऐसे धीरे होता है
yeah,
नहीं होता है वाला thing. And then
yeah,
there is like these kind of stories, the historic kind of stories
yeah,
that is happening.
yeah.
हाँ, फिर टीवी शोज में ऐसा स्टोरी हो रहा है कि लाइक जिसमें लाइक एक ही सिचुएशन है. देयर इज ऑल द शोज दैट आई हैव सीन लाइक अभी टीवी जनरेशन में, लाइक व्हाटएवर माय मॉम सीज एंड स्टफ, उन सब में स्टोरी एट द एंड ऑफ द डे सिमिलर ही लाइन आ रही है.
Yeah.
सो लाइक I have seen with Rajshri as well कि like whenever these things happen there is some shows like जैसे when प्यार का दर्द है came to
Yeah,
TV, एक तब एक जनरेशन में एक ही टाइप के शोज चले थे तो it kind of broke that thing.
yeah, yeah.
With this also, with OTT also, are you like what was this was the motivation? He like we have to break that spectrum that is happening right now, because बॉलीवुड में हमको एक ही टाइप का मूवीज मिल रहे हैं, या स्टोरी टेलिंग अच्छी नहीं हो रही है. विद टीवी वन थिंग इज हैपनिंग, विद ओटीटी वन थिंग इज हैपनिंग. सो वाज दिस द मोटिवेशन की लाइक ये स्टोरी विल गिव द फ्रेशनेस, fresh breath of fresh air kind of for the audience as well? What that?
Essentially, we wanted this platform where we can tell our kind of stories. Basically, we really wanted to enter to be able to tell our stories. That was the main thing, and it was never to break any new boundaries as such, but it just came across that we did face challenge that who's going to watch this. So suddenly you find कि, oh, if the demand is less, then if that means if the supply is less, then there would be better demand, and then the society tells you what they want to see, and we are happy to
Yeah,
do sectionally. Why we want everyone to see today? Whether it is films or television, you cannot please everyone, but there is
yeah,
such a big audience. Even, for example, when you have successes of Gulla, you have some successes of Panchayat, and suddenly these shows are showing you the horizon and people are watching.
yeah.
So all this
Yes,
inspired us that even maybe a section of is there for Ashri. And what really has been inspiring me all this is uh, the amount of successes our films have got on television. I mean, I find every week a Hum Saath Saath is playing, every week a Hum Aapke Kaun is playing, every week Viva. So which audience is watching this? There is an audience
audience
of
like
your,
me actually.
yeah, there is an audience
Audience
of,
like me is watching
yeah,
like
one,
these kind of
yeah,
movies and
yeah,
everything. Like
some,
like I have seen like these kind of movies from like the since I was born and stuff like that. So I am like our family and everything
yeah,
are still in like that Viva zone or that
yeah, so,
Hum Saath Saath Hai zone. Even people aspire कि
yeah.
ये वाली stories हमारी life में हो वाला
और
thing. It's kind of like a fairy tale.
अगर आप नहीं देख रही ना तो आपकी फादर विल से ये तो देख तू. So this is essentially meant for that something which will also cater to the television world. So this show has been specifically made to get TV audiences here also. So this has been conceived at a different level. So that's why a lot of experimentations are there where television and OTT can come together. And I'm really looking forward how much of the audience we are able to broaden as a base. Yeah.
Yeah. Reflecting on your journey from मैंने प्यार किया to this show, so how do you perceive that the audience, like the evolution of Indian family narrative in media has like evolved in
See,
that sense?
essentially, according to me, there's been a lot of changes in last 35 years. Today, if I say I can make an Hum Aapke Kaun again of full family staying in one house, living together, it's not possible. We have to accept people have कितना भी मन करे, you cannot stay. You have to move out, you have to work, you have to go out. इतना घर ही नहीं मिलेगा नंबर वन तो कोई. Everyone is moved into two flats. But essentially, except that there is a want to unite, there is a want to connect. So family is not just related to staying together, eating together. It is to celebrate together. It is to
Yeah.
celebrate together. So the whole quest of over the years to tell family stories is to help people learn to celebrate together, and to at least start talking to each other. I find in every home, बोलचाल कितना बंद है आज. Even individual,
Hmm.
everything has become my space, which is the order. But to break the clutter and to try and change and to bring a change in a very manner, for example, that's why I have a lot of respect for Raju Hirani. The way he is able to tell stories without in a very light manner, humor manner. So these are few of us makers who are really trying to open up and get families more closer and unite. And that is what inspires me, that my films are yet popular over the years. So that gives me hope.
Yeah. Yeah. My last question. So there's a lot of talk in media ki your next big thing is coming and stuff like that. So which actor is it coming? Is it Salman Khan or is it Kartik Aaryan?
No,
Because these two are the stories that are like
no,
the top
actually,
right now.
honestly, it's none of the two. And I'm going to announce it very soon next month. It's a very special film for me. It's going to be a big announcement. So we'll have to wait for next month for that.
Okay. And is it going to be still Prem?
Yeah, it's going to be still Prem, yes. But you'll have to wait for next month.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. We'll wait
Yeah.
for it. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you
Thank
so
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.